And let's go ahead and get started. Hopefully everyone is staying nice and warm, and that means probably indoors. All right, so let's go arms side and toes back. So here. Remember, go at your own pace. Sometimes we have to start out a little more slowly and then just kind of build ourselves up a little bit faster. But remember, fast is not everything. The whole purpose of this is just to get ourselves warmed up and ready to go. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and then leg side and arm side. Go at your own pace. Good. And then arms forward and heels forward. And again, go at your own pace. Abs are in tight, shoulders are back and down. Good. All right, now let's go heels up behind and arms go side to side. So here, here, here. Almost like you're trying to kick yourself in the tush. Or in the fitness world, we call these skaters. So see if you can come forward for a step or two, and then back for a step or two, and forward for a step or two, and back for a step or two, and forward for a step or two, and back for a step or two. Good. And forward. And back. Let's do it one more time. Forward. And back. Good. And just march. Right, try to get your arms and your legs moving and march your feet out wide. And march back in. And march your feet out wide. And march back in. Good. And march out wide. And back in. One more time. March out wide. And march back in. Good job. And start to slow your legs down a little bit. Good work. All right. So we're going to balance. We're going to balance with our eyes closed. So remember, balancing with the eyes closed is much, much, much more challenging than balancing with them open. So we have to scale the degree of the balance or the difficulty of the balance back a little bit. So either start with your feet together side by side or one foot halfway in front of the other. Don't go heel toe unless your balance is excellent. Because when you do it heel toe with your eyes closed, constantly wobbling, it feels really uncomfortable. Okay, so get yourself into your starting position, up nice and tall, abs are in tight, shoulders are relaxed, crown of the head raised, but chin tucked a little. Fingertips are light on the chair, and 3, 2, 1, close your eyes. Right, so try to feel like you're holding your balance, which is hard to do. Breathe. And 3, 2, 1, open your eyes. Good, step your feet apart, shake them out. Good, we're gonna do it again. I'm sure you already know that, right? So feet back together if they were together the first time. If one foot was halfway in front of the other, make sure that you switch feet, switch legs, right? And up tall. And if your foot is one foot halfway in front of the other, make sure that you're shifting your weight forward a little bit. So you have some weight in the front leg as well as the back leg. Up tall, abs are in tight. And 3, 2, 1. Close your eyes. And breathe. Long, deep breaths. We're holding these for about 20 seconds. So 3, 2, 1. Good job. Open your eyes. Step your feet apart. Shake out your legs. Okay. So now we're going to do it with the eyes open. Same thing. So if you were standing with your eyes closed with your feet together, put one foot halfway in front of the other. If you were already one foot halfway in front of the other, then go heel toe. And if you were heel toe, make sure, try to do it with no hands. Okay, so a fingertip or two on the chair, up nice and tall. If you're in the second or third position, shift your weight forward a little bit. Try to relax your toes, abs in tight. Breathe, put your hands wherever they need to be. Try to feel like everything is lined up just where it should be. Head over the neck, neck over the rest of your spine, shoulders over your hips. Hips not quite over your ankles because the feet are closer together. Good. And 3, 2, 1. Good job. Step your feet apart. Shake them out. Your legs, that is. And breathe. All right. And we're going to switch sides or switch legs. So whichever leg was in front before is behind now, unless your feet are side by side. Right? And up tall, shoulders back and down, abs are in tight. Breathe. Good job. Try to find that non-moving focal point. Make sure you've got a little bit of weight shifted into the front leg. It's not all in the back leg. Good job. And step your feet apart. Shake them out a little bit. Your legs, that is. Well, and your feet too. Okay, let's put a hand on the chair. I'm going to start with my right leg moving. So I'm going to go knee up, leg back. Knee up, leg back. Knee up, leg back. So fingertips are light on the chair or the wall or whatever you're using for balance. You always need to put the hand on, but it's how heavily we're leaning on it. So we want to try to not be leaning very heavily. Let's make this the last one. So back and forward. Good job. Set it down. Shake out that left leg or whichever leg you were just standing on. Right. And then let's switch sides. So abs in tight, knee up, leg back, knee up. Try not to lean too heavily on your hand or your fingers. And take your time. Remember, go at whatever speed works best for you. Let's just do one more. Good job. And step it down. Shake out your legs. Grab a quick drink. Very good. All right. And then grab your lightest weights, whatever those are. Okay, we're going to bring the hands up here. Good. All right, and we're going to alternate. We're going to go side or step your foot forward and punch, forward and punch. Okay, so abs in tight, relax your shoulders. Here we go. Just alternate it. Remember, it doesn't matter which one you start with. Try to keep those arms up when you're punching at around shoulder level. Remember, doesn't have to be as fast as I am, but try to get yourself moving a little bit. And if the weights get to be too much, just set them down. Try to remember, abs are in tight. Good. All right, and 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and then take a little breather. Good. Okay, so now we're going to do that uppercut this way, but we're going to, let's tap back. So we're going to uppercut and tap back, which is going to take a little bit of brain work. Sorry about that. Ready? Alternating. Here we go. Uppercut, 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 uppercut. Remember, go at your speed, your pace. Up, down with the arms. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Lower your arms down to your sides. Roll your shoulders forward a few times. Roll them back. Remember, we always end with a shoulder roll to the back. Good. Now, if you can with the weights, reach your arms upward. They don't have to go all the way up, but just reach them upward. Take your feet apart a little bit. We're going to pull the elbow down and either lift the knee up or just raise the heel up off the floor. Okay, and we're going to alternate sides. Here we go. Elbow in either knee or heel. Elbow and knee and heel. Knee or heel. This is a little bit slower. Abs are in tight. Remember, the knee and the elbow do not meet. And you can do this seated or standing. Okay, so the arms are overhead and the elbow's pulling down and the knee or heel is coming up. Good, let's do each side one more time. Good, now bring your hands down to about shoulder level. Right, feet apart a little bit, soften your knees. We're gonna go side, 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 heel or knee lift. Side, 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 heel or knee lift. Side, 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 heel or knee up. Side, 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 either heel or knee. Side, 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 heel or knee. Leg, good. Up. Try to really feel it in your waist. Knee or heel up. Knee or heel up. Make sure you're not just pulling your arms, but you're actually turning your body. Right? Be careful, especially if you have any kind of back or spine issues. Turn, 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 up, turn, 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 up. Let's do 2 more. This is 1. That was 2. Good job. Set the weights down. Good. Roll your shoulders forward a few times. Roll them back. Good job. Shake them out a little bit. All right. We're going to come back behind the chair. Right? Standing up really tall. So make sure that you're not standing too far away from the chair, but you're in close and the hands are just resting lightly on the chair. We're going to do those glute pinches, squeezing the tush. So we're going to pinch and release, pinch and release. Try to stay up nice and tall. Make sure that you're not locking the leg that you're standing on, right? Abs are in tight and feel it back here. Pinch, 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 pinch. Good, abs are in tight, shoulders back. Feel it here and the leg that you're standing on, of course. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Woo. Shake them out a little bit. Good work. Come back to your starting position. We're going to switch sides. Anchor those shoulders back and down, abs in tight. Try not to lean too heavily on the chair. Toes back. Remember, we want that knee to stay pretty straight. And pinch and squeeze. Remember too, if the foot doesn't lift off the floor, we hope it doesn't lift the floor. If it doesn't lift off the floor, don't worry about it. As long as you're feeling that squeeze in your tush and your glutes. Pinch, pinch, pinch. Abs in tight, shoulders are back. Pinch, 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 pinch. Good. Woo. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Step just a little ways back away from the chair. Push your hips back towards your heels. Bring your chest down toward the floor. Try to do this with your elbows bent. Shoulders are back. Spine is nice and long and flat. Trying not to bend the shoulders around the upper back. Good work. And abs in tight. Inhale and stand up. Let's come away from the chair. So we're going to work a little bit on the chest and the shoulders. So sometimes we'll do this exercise against the wall, but we're not going to a wall today because that would mean we'd all have to move our computers or tablets or whatever. So I want you to see if you can bring your hands like this. So I'm trying to pull my shoulder blades back and keep my hands pretty close to my body so they're not forward like this. They're back here, right? And we're going to push up and pull back down. And we're pushing up and we're trying to keep those arms back by our head or as close to it as we can. And then back down. I'm really pinching my shoulder blades and up. And your elbows might not straighten, right? And your arms might have to come forward a little bit, but we don't know until we try. And this is a really good exercise. Think about kind of tucking your chin down and back. Right, it's not only good for the shoulders, but it's also good for the cervical spine, the back of the neck. So this exercise is called a stick up. You might be able to figure out why. I did not name it, so let's just do one more. Good job. Lower your arms down. Woo, roll your shoulders forward. Roll them back. And we get really tight in our chest muscles and our shoulders and our upper backs and our neck. And it's really good to work on releasing that a little bit. All right, so let's go ahead and grab the tube or band, and we're going to bring it around behind us. Okay, and if you don't have one, just get your light weights. And if the light weights are too much, set them aside and do it without. So I'm shortening mine up. So I just kind of make a loop in my band, right, like this, and then I just grab it along with the handle, only because it annoys me to have the handle dangling like that. That's the only reason that I do it the way that I do it. You don't want to wrap it around your hand though, because that can really pull on your skin. Okay, so soften your knees, feet apart a little bit. Push your arms forward. We're going to go out, cross, out, cross, out, cross. Try to alternate which arm crosses on top. And again, go at your own pace. Out, cross, out, cross, out, cross, out, cross, out, cross, out, cross. Good. How about 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. And lower the arms down. Roll the shoulders forward a time or two. Roll them back a time or two, possibly even 3. All right, good. And then bring it back up under your arms, right? And then abs in tight. And we're going to push straight forward and back. So forward at about chest level, not way up by the shoulders. So a little bit lower than the shoulders. Abs are in really tight. If you need to, if you start to get a little tired, alternate. Nothing wrong with that. Better to alternate than to stop altogether. 3, 2, 1. Good work, everyone. Lower your arms down again, and again, roll those shoulders back. Good. All right, now bring the tube or band around in front of you. Really shorten it up. I'm going to start with my left arm first. So I'm going to glue my right hand to the front of my shoulder or chest. I'm going to pick the left elbow up so my left palm is facing my body. And then I'm going to extend and my palms facing forward and bend back in. So we want to keep that arm up at shoulder level and try to keep it out at shoulder level. So when I've extended my arm, you can't see it if you're looking at me from the right, because it's not out in front of me. It's straight out to the side, but I'm keeping it up, not letting it drop down. Feeling it in the biceps and the triceps. Let's do 2 more. Try to really extend it. Last time. Good job. Lower it down. Woo. And shake it out. Roll it a few times. Remember, we always try to end with a shoulder roll to the back, so you do what feels right for you, as long as it ends up with a shoulder going back and not forward. All right, let's switch sides. So the left side gets to rest, and now the right side gets to work. All right, so abs are in tight, elbow up, and go out, in. Make sure you're working the side that didn't work last time. And keep that arm out directly in line with your shoulder. Feel free to change the length of your tube or band if you need to. Right. Abs are in tight. Try not to let the elbow drop, but we also don't want the shoulder lifting. So we don't want the shoulder coming way up towards our ear. Try to be really deliberate about the movement. Every movement is on purpose. 3, 2, last one. Good job. Lower the arms down. Ooh, roll that shoulder forward. Roll it back, shake it out. We're going to set the tube or band aside, and we're going to come back behind the chair, and we're going to work the hamstrings a little bit. Okay. So again, we want to be up tall, not at an angle. So in close to the chair, hands are light on the chair. Take one leg back behind you, right up really tall, abs in tight, and we're going to pick the heel up, touch the toes down, heel up, like this. Try to keep that knee behind the other knee or no further forward than next to it, and really feel it here in the back of your leg. Now, sometimes we feel it up higher. Sometimes we feel it down closer to the knee, but as long as you're feeling it back here, and I do feel it a little bit in my knee too, but that's just my knee being grouchy with arthritis, so I'm not worrying about it. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Woo. Maybe even swing them a couple of times, because you feel that in the other leg as well. Right? Shake them out a little. Okay. And then let's switch sides. Right? So take the second leg back, up tall, abs are in tight. Try to make sure that that leg is behind the other leg, and then heel up, toes down, heel up, toes down. Try to keep the upper body still and as tall as you can. Three more, we can do it. 2, 1, good job. Woo. Step back away from the chair and once more, push your hips back, press your chest down toward the floor. Feel that stretch in the backs of your legs. They were working. Woohoo. All right, abs in tight, stand up. I need to grab another quick drink, so if you need one as well, feel free. When I'm here at the J, I have to be masked all the time, so that always makes me a little dehydrated because I never have the opportunity to drink as much. Okay, so let's grab that tube or band again and bring it around behind you. Right, so we're going to work mostly upper body and a little bit of lower body only because we're going to be moving our legs a little bit. Okay, so shorten it up, right? And we're going to alternate sides. So we're going to go here, here, and we're going to alternate sides. Okay? Remember, go at your own pace, abs in tight, but do try to get those arms all the way extended and then pull all the way back. Okay? So here we go. Up, up. Doesn't matter which side you start with. Remember, if you'd rather pick your foot up off the floor, that's fine too. Just please don't fall over. But really focus more on the upper body movement. Push, and push, and push, and push, and push, push. Good. We have 3 more on each side. Starting here. 3, 2. Last one. Good job. Take a little breather and we're going to reach across. Okay, ready? Here we go. Cross, cross. So the foot can stay on the floor. You can lift your heel. You can pick your foot up and tap it, or you can pick your foot up off the floor. But again, try to really focus on getting that arm to extend, 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 extend. Good job, everyone. You can do it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Plant your feet, lower your arms down. Woo. Roll your shoulders forward. Roll them back. I don't know about you, but my heart rate went up a little bit with that one. So that's always a good thing, I think, especially when I don't have to wear a mask. All right, so let's step on the tube or band. Try to make sure it feels pretty even on both sides. Make an X, switch the handles or the ends, step your feet apart, put your hands on the front of your legs. If you don't have a tube or band, just put your hands on the front of your legs with weights or without them. Up tall, we're going to pinch the shoulder blades. So pinch back, pinch, pinch. Try to really squeeze them back, squeeze. And if your shoulder blades won't really move, if you're having a hard time feeling that pinch, then the muscle between the shoulder blades, which is the rhomboid, might be a little bit tight. If that's the case, then what you need to do is get a ball, medium or small ball, put it against the wall, between your shoulder blades and just kind of roll up and down and try to loosen that up. And you can even roll side to side a little bit. If you have a foam roller, that would be perfect. Let's do one more. Good job. All right, bring your feet together. Maybe you could drop the handles briefly. Roll the shoulders forward, roll them back. Then it's time to work on those outer hips and thighs. So we're gonna pick the handle or the ends up again. I like to keep an X in mind, but you don't have to. Pull your hands up or put your hands on the sides of your hips. And let's start with the left leg. Okay, so we're gonna go out and in with just the left leg. All right, chin down and tuck back a little bit, abs in tight, out, in, 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 out, in. Keep going. Only 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Good job. And relax just for a moment. Shake out your legs a little bit. All right. And then let's reset ourselves. Shoulders back and down. Chin down and back. Abs in tight. Right leg out. And remember, the toes are pointing forward, not turning out. Shoulders stay over the hips. Try to pick that foot up, especially when you're bringing it back in. Sometimes it likes to just slide back in, but we want to pick it up. 3, 2, 1. Good job. And relax. Ooh, lower your arms down, shake out your legs a little bit. Don't undo your X yet. All right, bring it back up and we're gonna do another shorter set, but we're gonna alternate left and then right. So here we go, left and in, and right and in. And the toes still point forward and the shoulders stay over the hips. If your legs are getting really tired, you can lower the arms down a little bit. Give yourself a little more length in your tube or band. And let's do 2 more on each leg. Last time. Good job. Woo. Shake out those legs a little bit. Undo your X if you have one. And let's shorten up the tube or band so that we can work the sides of the waist. Okay, and if you don't have a tube or band, then you can hold the waist just down at your sides. Okay, feet are only a couple of inches apart, and we're gonna alternate today. So roll the shoulders back and down, abs and tight. Let's start to the left. So go left and center and right and center. Left, center, right, 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 center. Good. Left. Feel the sides working. Just stay left. Left and center. Left and center. Try not to move your head and neck independently of the rest of your body. 1 more, then we go right. Now right, down, up, down, up, down. Feel that waist getting smaller. 1 more time. Good job, everyone. Come on, off your band or tube. Or if you were using weights, set it aside. Good. Let's come back to the chair just for a moment. Step back away from it a little bit. Swing your legs side to side. All right, and then switch. Good. And then facing front, hand on the chair. I'm going to start with my right leg. I'm going to swing it around in front and swing it around behind and swing it around in front, swing it around behind, swing it around in front, swing it around behind. So we really want to get that leg swinging and those muscles loose so that leg will swing away from us. One of the few times we want to be using momentum, so go for it. Let's do it one more time. Good job. And we're going to switch sides. Okay, here we go. Swing it around and around and around and around and around in front and around behind and around in front and around behind and around in front and around behind. Around in front. Good. Let's do 2 more. So this is 1 and 2. Good work, everyone. Woo, shake them out a little bit. Good. All right, let's grab weights and do some biceps curls. Okay, we're going to give our legs a little bit of a breather. I'm going to grab another quick drink. All right, biceps curls. Palms are forward, elbows in under your shoulders, and go up, down, up, down, up, down. So I saw yesterday, I was looking in a magazine, and I saw a Patrick Mahomes version of the biceps curl, but I thought maybe we'll just hold off a little bit on doing any weightlifting the way that Patrick Mahomes does it. For any of you who are not football fans, Patrick Mahomes is the quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's do 2 more. 1 more time. And all the way down. Good work. Set these aside. Shake out your arms a little bit. Okay. Get your chair. Yeah, let's do it this way. Okay. So we are going to sit at the front edge of the chair. All right. Sit up nice and tall. Hold on to the sides of the chair. We're going to take one leg. Right? And we're going to extend it like this, and we're going to hold it for 5 seconds. So you want to hold it as high as you can without leaning back. Okay? So up tall, you decide which leg you're going to start with. Okay? And just pick that leg, and 3, 2, 1, extend it and hold it. Try not to lean back. And release down and breathe. And 3, 2, 1, same leg up. Up tall, try not to lean back. Set it down and breathe. 3, 2, 1, pick it up, extend. Don't lean back. And lower it down and breathe. Try to stay tall. 3, 2, 1, extend. And lower it down. Try to keep breathing. 3, 2, 1, pick it up. And lower it down. Remember, these are fun. Here we go. Pick it up. And lower it down. I think we have 2 more. And up and extend. You can do it. Feel those leg muscles working. And lower it down. Give it a rub if it needs it. Here we go. Last one. Up. And down. Good job. Give that leg a rub. Woohoo! We did these last week. Some of you were probably here. And I don't know about you, but I was feeling that a little bit in my leg the next day. All right, we're gonna switch legs. So remember, stay up nice and tall. 3, 2, 1, extend that leg. Try not to lean back. And lower it down, rest. 3, 2, 1, pick it up. Try not to lean back, lower it down, rest. Doesn't matter how high it goes. And pick it up, extend, just bring it up as high as you can without leaning back. Lower down, breathe. 3, 2, 1, pick it up. It's amazing how long 5 seconds is right here. Lower it down, and how short 5 seconds is right here. And pick it up. And lower it down. We only have 2 more. You can do it. Pick it up. Breathe, abs in tight. Try not to lean back. Lower it down. Last one. Here we go. Pick it up. And put it down. Good job. Whichever leg you did first, slide over toward that side of the chair. Hold on. Lower that knee down toward the floor. Sit up as tall as you can. Make sure I'm stretching my right first, so my left knee is directly in front of my left hip. And I'm sitting up as tall as I can, and I'm trying to lean back a little bit from down here and not just push my shoulders back. So my abs are tight and they're pushing back, and I'm feeling it. Whew. Stretching out those quads, which were what we just used. Good, and inhale up. And let's switch sides. Remember, if your muscles get sore from exercise, so make sure you're switching sides and up tall, and see if you can lean back a little bit. So if your muscles are sore, then the best way to handle that is increase your protein intake. Make sure you're staying hydrated. And try to get a little more protein, because the protein will help to repair the muscle so it won't be sore. Good job. And release and bring that leg forward, and let's stand up. You know, we can't stay sitting for too long. It's not good for us. So we're going to work our triceps a little bit more. So go ahead and grab whatever weights you need for triceps, and we're just going to come back here. Okay, try to stay up really tall and go this way. Up, up. Try to relax your grip. So my palms are facing behind me like this. Back, back, back. And I'm keeping my arms behind me, not letting them come to my sides. Woo, my triceps are feeling these today. How about 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Set the weights down. Ooh, shake out your arms. Let's stretch them out. Right. So pick one arm, bring it up and over, and either push back on that elbow or grab the elbow and gently pull down like you're pulling your arm behind your head. Good. And breathe and try to stay up nice and tall, because even though I'm stretching my triceps and my arm, I'm also feeling a little stretch through here because I'm trying to stay up really tall. Okay, and let's lower that arm down. Loosen up the shoulder, roll them forward a time or two, roll them back, and then let's switch arms and either push back or gently pull. Just so long as you feel it in here. Do whichever stretch works best for you. Good job. And lower the arms down. And again, roll the shoulders forward a time or two. Roll them back a time or two. Okay. All right. So we're going to sit down and stand up. Even though we worked these already, the sitting down and standing up works a whole lot more than just the quads on the front of the thighs. We're going to keep the set a little bit shorter today than we normally would. So if you want to use weights, go ahead and grab weights. And we're going to start standing, unless you're sitting and doing the alternating knee lift. So remember, if you're sitting and alternating the knee lift, then you're going to pick your feet up as high as you can without leaning back, right? And if you're standing, feet are out nice and wide like the chair legs, and then the arms can be down by your side or up here. So you pick, right? Abs in tight, make sure you know where your chair is, and let's do it. Sit down, stand up. Sit down, make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. Abs are in tight. Up. And up. Remember, if you get tired, rather than stopping, just scale back a little bit, right? So if you're getting tired and you have weights, set them down. And if you're standing and sitting and without weights and you're getting tired, then sit and alternate the knee lift. And if you're lifting your knees with weights, take them off. Good, let's do 4 more, please and thank you. 3, 2, last one, down and up. Good work, everyone. Set the weights aside. Let's keep one weight nearby because we're going to use it in a moment to do a little bit of ab work. Go ahead and have a seat and pick a leg and bring it into your chest, holding either below the knee like this, stretches more the front of the leg, behind the knee like this, stretches more behind the leg and the glutes and the low back. So you pick which way you do it. I would definitely just pick one though, because ideally you want to hold it for 30 seconds. And you know, whenever we're counting, 30 seconds takes forever. All right, let's switch legs. Hug it in. You know, it's always interesting because I have arthritis in my knees, but when I hug it in like this and kind of pull it in toward me, that doesn't really bother my knee at all. It doesn't make it hurt anymore. But you know, everyone has arthritis a little differently. So for some people, that might not be the case. Good job. All right, now we're gonna pick up that weight that I mentioned before, and we're gonna hold it right here. We're gonna stay out toward the front edge of the chair, really pull those abs in tight, and we're gonna push from, actually, instead of holding it up and down, hold it here across, like across your abdomen, right? And think back, 2, up, 2, back, 2, up, 2. So you want to end up where you started, no further forward. Back, 2, up, 2, back, 2, up. Try to really feel it more in your abdominal muscles than in your low back. If you are feeling it in the low back, then stop. Definitely set the weight down, and you could come forward like this and give your low back a stretch. Back, 2. Let's just do one more. Back, 2, forward, 2. Good. Set that weight down. Reach the arms up overhead. Give your abs a stretch. Good, and lower your arms down and then stand up. We're going to do a little bit of pelvic tilting to release the low back a little bit. So those of you who've done yoga will probably be familiar with this, but try not to worry too much about, you know, the pelvis and where's my pelvis and am I doing this right? Just do it like this. So Bend forward a little bit. Rest your hands on your thighs and think, kind of tuck your tush under and then push it out behind you and tuck it under and push it out behind you and tuck it under, push it out, tuck it under, push it out. You can even do this holding on to a chair. So tucking under tips the top of the pelvis back and it stretches out the low back muscles, and pushing back tips the top of the pelvis forward and tightens them up again. So we want to focus more on tucking under here, tuck under, relax, tuck under. So instead of really pushing back, try tuck under, relax, tuck under, relax, and see if you can feel a little bit of lengthening in your low back. Tuck under, good, tuck under, and then just do it one more time. Tuck under, good job, and stand up. All right, and let's come back behind the chair one more time, okay? And we're gonna cross one leg in front of the other or behind, depends on how you think of it. Make sure that your feet are more side by side and not so much toe heel, and you're not too far back behind the chair. And push the hips out behind you. Bring your chest down toward the floor. Right, shoulders are back, spine is nice and long. Breathe. So we generally feel this more in whichever leg is behind. So right now my right leg is behind my left, so I feel it more here than I do on the other side. But sometimes we're tight on both sides, or sometimes we're tight on neither side, so we don't feel it much at all. And then let's inhale up center and switch legs. Okay, and cross and push back. And we almost always feel it more on one side than the other. I'm feeling it more on this side than I did the first side. That just means I'm tighter there today. Breathe. And hopefully this stretch is not too much of a pull for anyone. Abs and tight, inhale and stand up. Good. All right. So I want to do another different stretch today. So I want you to see if you can step your feet apart, a little bit wider than hip distance, right? Put your hands on your hips, right? And then kind of push. So I'm going to push my hips over to the left with my right hand. And then I feel a pull down here in my right leg, like this. And then come center, and then push your hips to the right with your left hand and feel the stretch in the inside of the left leg. Right? And then center, and then push. And some of your hips might not move as much as mine do. And that's fine. If they only move this much, so be it. As long as you're feeling it in here. And center, and then switch. And now I'm pushing my left hip over to the right, and I feel it in the inside of the left leg. And the other day I was doing this a lot deeper, and I felt it all the way down the inside of my leg and behind my knee. And I thought, ooh, that's tight. And up, let's do each side one more time. So this is a good thing to do because we all get tight in here. The inner thigh and the groin always gets tight. And this is a relatively simple stretch. Let's switch sides for the last time. That you could do just around the house. If you're watching TV, take a little break and stand up and do this. Good job, and release. Excuse me. Okay. So let's not worry about using the stick or the cane or whatever, but bring your arms down here and see if you can bring them up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And feel that stretch right here where your arms attach to your torso. Let's do one more. Good job. Relax your arms down. Now, lift up the crown of your head, tuck your chin a little bit, and turn your head side to side. Side to side, and feel the muscles in the back of your neck loosening up a little bit. Good. Then pick one side and turn your head and look over that side, and then bring your chin down toward that collarbone and just hold there. And feel the muscles in your neck stretching. Try to relax your shoulders. Good, and lift your head up and look center, and then look over the other shoulder and bring your chin down toward that collarbone. But remember, we want the chin to stay close to the front of the neck. So we're not pushing it out and down, we're pulling it back and down. Good, and lift up and look center, and let's bring the arms up overhead. Take one more long stretch, maybe stretch over to one side and stretch the side of the waist. Good, and up center, and then over to the other side. And I know that wasn't holding for 30 seconds, however. Good, and center, lower the arms down. Take another shoulder roll or two to the back. Whew, and we are all done. Great job, everyone. As